Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today we are going to be reviewing the Soviet Tier 4 tank destroyer, the SU-85B. This is a pretty good tank, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of tank destroyers because I've been mainly focusing on heavies and light tanks and a few mediums. So this is really my first line of actual tank destroyers. This is a really good tank. It does have its ups and downs, like every tank, but it's a good tank. So this is what you look like when you start off from scratch with the tank. It's got 430 hit points, which is only 190 more than the one before it, but it's alright. Could be better, but yeah. Armor, as with most tank destroyers, is crap. Doesn't even change. This is a pretty fast tank destroyer, to be honest. It goes 43 kilometers per hour, and it's pretty maneuverable. So if you get in a situation where you need to move, you can pull it off. You just have to be careful that you're not out in the open while you're moving. Because you can move around very fast in this tank. You just have to watch out and figure out where the enemy is, so you know when your window to move is. Now the stock gun you get is the 76mm ZIS-3, which is actually the last gun you have to unlock on the SU-76 to get this tank. It's an alright gun. Now, the reason I'm saying it's alright is because it does have quite a few negative things about it, even though it has really good damage. It has 120 to 200 damage, which is pretty good because that's about a fourth to a third of most of the enemy tank's health that you'll be going up against. It penetrates not very well, let's put it that way. It can penetrate some tanks, but higher up tanks that have more armor, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have to find weak spots, and unless you're in a good position or the enemy is dumb enough to turn a weak spot towards you, you're not gonna have a very good time. Also, another really bad thing about this gun is it takes a long time to load. Aiming time is okay, but it takes forever to load. And that's why when you have reloaded, you really, really want to aim with this tank. You don't want to just pop around the corner and take a shot and back off without aiming, because most likely you're gonna miss. You want to aim because even if you take a bunch of damage, the damage you can do is a lot and will give your team a better chance of taking out the enemy tank. So you do want to aim with this gun, but you also want to be concealed as much as you can and have as much cover as you can, because your gun takes so much time to load. And you want to have backup in case you get in a situation where you're stuck reloading and you get a light tank coming on your butt. Of course, you won't always get backup, so sometimes you're in a big situation and there's nothing you can do about it, but this gun is alright. You'll definitely be able to get XP for the next guns. It shouldn't take that long. You just gotta know how to play with this gun. Stock engine, stock tracks, nothing special. Now, you're gonna have to unlock this 85mm D5S85A gun to get to the SU-85. But I would suggest, before buying this gun, you get this gun, the 57mm ZIS-2. Why? Look at the difference. You get about a little over twice as much the rate of fire because your gun reloads faster. And yeah, you don't do as much damage, but you penetrate deeper, so technically you can do more damage. It takes less time to aim and less time to load. And it's not a bad gun. It's pretty accurate. So you definitely, in my opinion, want this gun. Even if you buy this gun first, you're gonna want to get this gun because this will definitely help you get experience. Now, I said this is a fast tank, and it is, but really, it is fast with the stock engine, but where it really gets its speed is from the third engine, because second one, only improves around 18. Next one improves 52. So your speed stays pretty much the same, but you've got more engine power. So not only are you a bit more maneuverable, but you're a little bit faster because it doesn't take as long for you to accelerate. As for the second track, it doesn't do that much for you, but that's normal in track. So you can get it if you want. Hey, 2 more degrees in traverse speed isn't something bad to have, but if you don't really care that much, it doesn't matter. So that's what you're going to want to have for this tank. You're going to want to have this gun at some point in time. And eventually you will have to get this gun, but you might want to... This gun, I don't know much about. I haven't played it that much, but I'd say just stick with this gun for the meantime. This gun doesn't fire as much. It does a little more damage and a little more penetration, but I just like this gun. I think it's a really good gun to have. So it is a really nice tank, especially when you get the ZIS-2. It's got a fast reload. The tank itself is fast. It aims pretty quick. It's pretty mobile. And when you have this faster reloading gun, you can be pretty sneaky and take quite a few shots at enemies and maybe even kill them with your team's help. Once again, even with this gun, you're going to want your team's help because there are tanks that can reload faster even than your ZIS-2 because it is a nice reloading gun, but it is definitely not the fastest reloader. Plus, it is not an automatic gun, so you want support from your team, even though this tank is a very good tank. So, I said enough. On to the replays. So, here we are on Mirage. This is actually the new map that they just added in an update that came out a few days ago. I think it's 2.7. It's a really nice map. I like how they made it and designed it, and I haven't played in it a lot, so still getting used to it, but anyway, onto the subject. Here I am. I'm using the ZIS-2 gun, and I do have the fully upgraded engine just so that I can show you its speed. But yeah, just for your information, that's what I'm using on this tank. So as you can see already right now, it's not the fastest tank in the world, but it's pretty good, especially when it's going downhill and it's around 30 miles. It's a pretty fast and nice tank. So because I am in a tank destroyer and I haven't played on this map that much, kind of deciding where I should go. There seem to be quite a few tanks over there on that waterfall, and I decide, well, I shouldn't go there. And I have come to this part of the map where that's that big rock that's split into 2 places. And I have been there before, and often the result isn't too good, but it's the highest place I can think of, so I decided to go here. And it's probably a good thing, because that guy decides to leave. Needs somebody up here watching. And there's our first enemy tank we spotted. And as you can see, this is why you have to aim. I did actually hit him, but it bounced, and look at that horrible reload time. That's why you really want to aim with this gun, because it takes forever to load. And if you've got a tank right next to you, well, you're screwed. There's a Luke's. Once again, don't aim quite good enough. And I miss. This time I actually miss. So, he's stuck behind there, waiting to disappear, and so I decide I should probably wait or at least look for another tank. And then I see that, oh look, there's one of my kind on the enemy team. So, I aim and then I do some damage. Then I'm spotted, so I back off, but not quick enough because Matilda does get hit into me. I was thinking about going around those rocks, but I see that the SU-85B on the other team is low on health, and he's coming up this way, so I can't have that. He'll come and take shots at part of my team that's next to the waterfall. So I wait, and he's a goner. See, that's the awesome thing about this gun. If you aim, and if you take your time, you can do a lot of damage with this gun. Now, I've requested help because it's just me and this keyhole right now, and Japanese tanks aren't that terrible, but I've had quite a bit of a deal with them where most situations I don't come out as the winner. Luckily, this guy is distracted by a guy who comes up to help me, and poor Locust. I feel so bad because he tried to help me and he did his best, but if this gun's reload time had been a little bit faster, I probably could have saved him, but there he goes. Well, I have the upper hand because he's got 7 health, so I wait, and boom. And we actually won. So that was a pretty good first match. Now we're on to the Lost Temple, a tier 4 game actually. I don't really know, I know of some high spots in this map, but I'm still not sure where to go because really everywhere is a vulnerable spot, even in the town. This match I am now using the ZIS 2, or maybe it's the it's the ZIS 3. It's the better gun, the upgraded gun. And I was thinking I was going to go up here and maybe sneak around the bridge, but that rock's in the way, and even though this tank is pretty maneuverable, it is not a climbing tank. And I see, oh crap, there's a lot of tanks over there that our team has just spotted, and they're all in a big cluster, so I go around to help, which this could have turned out bad if our team hadn't have been good. But our team were pretty good, and the enemy team was okay, but to put it harshly, the team wasn't that good. It wasn't really that good. They didn't seem to know what they were doing. So I come up upon this ledge, and I see there's a Covenanter who doesn't seem to be paying attention. And here's the reload time. Much better. That's why I like this gun better, because it doesn't do as much damage. As you can see, I'm only doing like 1 to 175 damage, but it's fast. That's why you really want this gun, because if your enemy's in a position where they can't move, you can just keep pumping shots into them. And even though one shot doesn't do a lot of damage, over time, especially with your friend's help, you can take out tanks pretty quick. So, as you can see, we took them all out because they weren't that good, to be honest. It's just one guy left. Is he AFK? Nope. First it looks like he is, but then I see he's moving. It's a Hetzer, and to my surprise, I can actually penetrate his frontal armor, which is awesome. So I just pump shot after shot into him, while my friends help me out, and I actually get the kill. Funny enough, I got it from the front of a Hetzer. Who would know? So, the SU-85B. It's a pretty good tank destroyer. I really like it, and if you are new to tank destroyers or just starting to play with them, I would definitely recommend this line, and especially this tank. It starts with the AT-1 and goes all the way down to the Object 268, so it's a really good line, and I would definitely recommend it. So, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, and goodbye.